Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Um, I found that there was a need for videos like this where it's either you're migrating from a PC going to a Mac, and you're all of a sudden you're into a situation where you have to use Microsoft Excel. Now, it might seem daunting in the beginning, but it really isn't. Just navigating through your Mac to get to Microsoft Excel and launching it, and making your first spreadsheet is going to be the topic for this episode. Let's get started. So. Again, welcome. This is Microsoft Excel Mac for regular people like you and me. Uh, there was a time that I was a complete newbie at Excel. That was in 2010. I had no idea what I was doing, and I was at a project in Southwest Virginia. I was thrown into a situation where I needed to use Microsoft Excel, and I had practically zero experience in using Microsoft Excel. I learned from scratch. I opened up the spreadsheet, and I really stumbled into getting there, and then finally I got the hang of using it. And prior to that, I was using Lotus 123 in high school, if that's any indication of where I was. Most of you will probably don't even know what Lotus 123 is, but that's a topic for another episode. But anyway, let's get started again. Welcome, and let's get at it. Okay, so now we'll get into finding and launching the product. You're trying to get into the office, fire up your Mac, and you need to launch Microsoft Excel. Let's get into that tab over here. So the steps are you step one is you go to the Finder. Step two, you go to the applications, and step three, you click on Microsoft Excel. So let's do that. Um, let's just close out this. Let's save this real quick, and we'll put this on the desktop. Okay, so it's right there. It showed up on the desktop right here. You can see my cursor. So let's close out of this real quick, so open it up from scratch, and you'll also see it here on the tray. And, if you're new to the Mac, this is your tray. This is where you launch your favorite programs. Anyway, okay, let's close out of this real quick. Okay, so now, so we let's minimize this. So let's go through through the process. So this is your Finder over here, with the blue and white faced square. You click on it. You go into your applications. Okay. Uh, so and then from your applications, you'll see here list of the applications that you have, and then we'll go to here. We'll scroll down through the list of applications that I have, and we'll go down to Microsoft Excel. So let's launch Microsoft Excel real quick. There you go. And then we'll go right into if you need to launch a blank workbook. Here it is. It's already pre-selected for you, and then you click Create. Okay. Here we go. Create. So now this is book three, basically, right? Because I have book two already open, so this is book three. Anyway, so let's go back to the previous ones. The previous spreadsheet that we had. So we went through the steps, right? So step one, again, you go to the Finder. Step two, you go to Applications, and step three, you click on Microsoft Excel. Now to open your first spreadsheet. So Um, so we did open up our first spreadsheet here, right? So from the launch application. I'm sorry about my chair; it's a little squeaky. Um, so we launched the application, and you went to a screen where it asks you to either launch a blank worksheet or to launch one of the templates in there for for Excel. But most of the time, you're gonna start out with this. This is your blank worksheet, and let's say you know you wanted to create a grocery store list, for example. Okay, so for those really new to Microsoft Excel, so you click on these cells, and these cells you can put anything that you want. You can put text in it, you can put numbers in it, and things of that nature, and you can also put formulas in there, just like you're doing math. So, but we won't get into that yet. We'll go right in here, click on delete, right? Um, so let's say you're going to create a grocery store list, right? So caps lock here, grocery store list, okay, and type milk. Click on enter. It goes to the next cell. Eggs, um, cereal, you know, um, meat, deli, uh, products. Uh, gonna hit up the bakery, I guess. Okay, so so you just demonstrated. You can type something in the air. You hit enter. It'll go to the next one. You go type in there. You hit enter. It'll go to the next one. Just like Microsoft Excel on a PC. But if you're completely new to this, that's how that's how it works. So so now you'll say, okay, so let's say your budget is your budget for this is. So you click on the cell. These are the items. So you put a title there for items, right? And then you put in here budget, right? And since this is a little wide, you can go up here. When it turns black, those two arrows right there, you can click on that and move it to the right, and it'll change the width of your columns. So these are columns. These are rows. Okay. And then they're all labeled by the number. So let's say it's B. So this column B, row 1, right? So naturally, so on the grid, if you've done any kind of grids anytime before in your life, so you got B and then you got 1. So this cell is B1, as you can see right here. Okay, right? And then this is A5, right? So A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is cell A5. Each one is called a cell. Column, row, cell. Okay, we're following this here. All right, good. Anyway, okay. So let's say you have a budget of $5 for milk. Okay, and another $3 for eggs. Maybe $4 for cereal. Budget is $20 for meat. And for your deli products, you got another maybe $10 that you want to spend for deli products. And in the bakery, you want to buy some bread. Um, let's see, $3. Okay. Now, as you notice, the numbers here did not become dollars. Okay, because by default, the anything you put in there will be general. Okay, like the the type of entry that you have in there is going to be general. Okay, so now you click on here. If you want to make it into a dollar amount, if you go up here to your right into the middle of this ribbon right here, this is called the ribbon. Okay, you go up here and then you click on the dollar sign. It'll turn it into dollars. So now you click back into the next one, and then you click on the dollar sign, and it turns it into currency. Okay, and I think let's see, right here, you can change it into different formats of currency. Okay, and then you can click here for more formats or what have you, but you can explore that on your own. I find that exploring on your own will um, it's easier for somebody to remember when you're doing it by yourself and you're finding it out by yourself. Now, there's an easier way to do this. To let's say you want to make this all currency, so you select it all. So now to select, you click on the cell, right, and then you keep the left click button on your mouse down, and then you drag it to select all of those that have numbers in them that you wanted to change into currency. You click on the dollar sign and it changes all of them. Okay. Now let's say you wanted to put a total down here. Okay. Hit tab, it goes to the next one. Okay. And then now we get into real quick into math and functions. Okay. So in order to to create a total, you can do it one or two ways. There's probably more ways to do it, but I do it one of two ways. So the most important part is you put an equal sign in there. That means you're not just going to input something in there. You're actually going to do some sort of function with it. And in this case, you're going to do a total. Okay. You can use a sum function, for example, and when you start typing it, it'll actually start coming up. So you got the equal sign first. You typed equal, and then you type sum, SUM, right? So you'll see the other functions here, right? You'll see the other functions here, but we won't get into that right now. We'll do it real simple right now, right? Um, and then copy this, right? And then you can you can click on the top one. You keep it depressed. You drag it down slowly until you get there, right? You release, and you type the close, and then you hit enter, and now you have a total, which is summing up all of the numbers that you selected in your entries. So your total budget for your grocery trip is $45. Okay. Um, okay. So here we go again. So let's do that again so that we be absolutely clear. Okay. You hit. Okay. So you hit enter, right? You type sum. So you're summing it. Put your cursor up there from the beginning. You click on it and you keep it depressed, keep it clicked, don't release it. You drag it down, you drag your mouse down, it's there, release, close, right, and hit enter. Okay. Now there's another way to do this where um, you're adding up each cell, and this is going to be useful for when you're adding cells in different parts of the spreadsheet. So you click equals, right, and then you click that cell. You hit the plus sign on your keyboard. You hit the next cell that you want to add, plus, and plus again. Next cell, click plus, click on the next cell, click plus, click plus, click on there. Okay, and then you hit enter. Same result. Okay, or you can also do it one other way. Okay, um, delete equals sum open. So if you see here, it'll say number one comma number two comma. You can do it that way too. So you click on the first cell that you wanted to add this. You hit comma on your keyboard. Click on the next cell that you want to add. Hit comma again. Click on the next cell. Hit comma. Click on the next cell. Hit comma. Next cell. Comma. Next cell. Close and enter. Same result. Okay. All right. So I think we've accomplished what we wanted to do here. We wanted to uh, find Excel, the application itself to launch it. So you go to Finder, you hit Application, you go to the Applications folder, and then you click on the Microsoft Excel program, right? Once you have that launched, you will go you open up a blank worksheet or one of the pre-made templates that's available to you when you launch it. Right? But for the most part, you will click on blank worksheet, start from scratch. And from there, we created a grocery store list. So you click on the first cell, you typed in grocery store list, that's your title, and the column title here, which is your items, and then your budget, entered. Um, Found out how to make this into currency. So the numbers that we put in there earlier did not turn into currency; they were just numbers. So we selected these, turned them into currency, and then we learned how to add them in multiple ways. So I hope this was helpful. This was helpful for all for now, and I'll see you next episode uh, for more Microsoft Excel math for real people.